In today's marker lesson, we're going to be learning to blend colors that are just 2 away from each other on the color wheel, purple to green. The color that's between them on the color wheel is blue, so that's what we're going to use as our intermediate blender. So start off by adding your purple block and your green block, and I don't have the fancy brush tips on all my markers, so I like to just use the fine tip end of my markers and sort of feather them out that way. And then I'll add in my intermediate blue color, overlapping them just a little so they can start to bleed into each other. And same process as our last video, we're just gonna go over it, and the pressure from the pen is gonna smudge the inks into each other. As long as your entire color block is still wet, the colors will blend into each other smoothly. For our next one, we're gonna be blending the exact same colors, but our first one that I just showed you, the colors were pretty light. For this one, they're gonna be really saturated colors, and that's a lot more difficult to get to blend. You'll see here that it's like a bright purple to a bright green. So I'm going to use a pretty bright blue as the intermediate. Same process, laying that blue down, and it just takes a lot more patience. Just sort of going over it a lot of times. You'll want to have a blank piece of paper behind this sheet because you're probably going to bleed through your paper no matter how good it is if you're blending these really saturated colors. It just takes a lot of ink and a lot of going over and over and over. It's not looking cute, but just stay patient, stay strong, keep blending, and it's gonna get there eventually. The most important skill that you're gonna need to know to be a good blender for markers is choosing your intermediate colors. So the next example I'm gonna show you is the exact same, but I'm gonna use the intermediate that I used for the first gradient, that light blue. You'd think that it's gonna look nice, but what happens with the colors if you choose a light color as a blender between 2 vibrant or darker colors is that light marker has less concentration of pigment, and so the alcohol is just going to push away the other colors. So you'll see when I go over with this blue, it has less pigment and more alcohol in it compared to the purple and the green. And so just in like a few seconds, you'll see like a strong line that appears between the purple and the light blue. The liquid from the blue marker is pushing back against the purple. You can do it, it just takes it's not going to look as good as if you choose an intermediate color that is the same darkness and saturation as the 2 colors that you're trying to blend between. Lights with lights, vibrance with vibrance, and darks with darks. Up next, we'll be doing hard mode, blending from 2 clashing colors, orange to purple.